Hello everyone. So today I'm going to discuss with very one important concept. Not concept actually, it is one of the important feature which I think everyone in every project is needed, and it is indeed a very important feature. So which is connected to, let's say you have an application. Mostly all the applications, all the projects which are there, they are web based. There is something which always is needed, and that is called loading icons, spinners, right? So we know we whenever we make an asynchronous API call, the time it takes to get the data for that period, for that duration of time, we show on the UI some loaders, some spinners. So there is very popular um, uh, thing, a library which is called skeleton, React skeleton, um, React loading skeleton. So I'm gonna show you a small demo how you can use that. React skeleton demo is a very popular library, and if you see here code sandbox, so this is what exactly it looks like. So uh, yeah, so you see here these icons. This particular graphics that you see is coming as part of the React loading skeleton library. Uh, it is very easy to use. I'll quickly show you a very small demo how you can use that and you can inject that. This is very important for places where you have a synchronous API call in your application. It gives a very nice look and feel. So you do not need to create everything from the scratch. Of course, you can do with your CSS and all that, but I would definitely suggest to recommend to use this library. Very lightweight and enriched with a lot of features. And we will see how exactly we can use it. So let's go and start coding this. So I have a plain React, project. So I'll quickly use npx to create React app, React app, and let me say React loading skeleton, skeleton. Yeah. So this will create the React loading skeleton project. Uh, Meanwhile, I'll quickly show you what exactly this React coding skeleton is means. So you just need to install React loading skeleton, and then this is the library which you can use. For example, skeleton is the component which they have created. I will quickly show you also how this project look like. So go to assets. So see here what they have created. So they have created a component which is like this, has lot of features inbuilt. You can give directions, enable animation, height, width of border radius, base color you can provide, highlight color you can provide. These are the props that you can see, you can pass always. And there are many things which are already provided in this library, very lightweight library. Then we have something called theme. With this theme, you can bundle, you can apply some of the features to all the skeletons that you want to give to your application. So I think this is all there. Uh, and let me quickly see if there are some errors which is connected to npm version. So I just need to check which version I'm using. Node version is like 16. So I can maybe nvm use 18. I have nvm installed, and now let me run this and see if everything is good. Okay, so this has already created. So cd, I created React loading skeleton, and I do code dot. So it should open, and yes, so this is here. And let me quickly run this npm run start and see how it runs. Okay, so this is running. There are some errors. I can just remove them quickly so that I do not need to play around with the web vitals right now. So I can remove them safely. Here it's index.css, so I do not need it. I do not need it right now, so I'll just remove them. And yeah, so this is the React application which is running happy. So as I said, I'll be quickly demonstrating this with you, this library. Um, and I can open this React. Okay, so let me copy this host and go to the same. Uh, yeah, so over here, let me open this. Yeah, so this is the library. So I'll quickly install this library, the latest version, whatever is available. So I just paste it here, and this will install my library. I go to package.json. You see here the library is added. All good. Now I just quickly write some component, right? So this is my app.js. I'll remove everything from there, but before that, let me create some component which should give post.js. And then inside this post.js, I try to create something RFC, yeah, functional React functional component. And then this, okay, this is good. Now I would just const, um, I would say is loading because I need to implement loading, and then set loading, set is loading, and then, okay, here we go. And then give it use state default value, let's say true. All right. And then what I have to do, I just need to simulate something, simulate behavior of, so I will use effect here, use effect, and in that I just kind of simulate some API call, I mean timeout, so that I can have it in a better way. So I'll create const timer is equals to set timeout, and there I just uh, write something, some logic, which is like set is loading, and I make it false. But I want this to be executed after, let's say, set timeout value is, let's say, uh, like 20,000, right? So it should be good. And then this is all here. And then I can just have some return cleanup. I can just return this cleanup is like clear timeout, clear timeout, and then here I can just say timer. So whatever timer I'm creating, I just can clear it. And this will have, let's say, a blank dependency array. Yeah, so this is all good. Looks good. I need to definitely have my some post. So let me quickly create some post const post equals to okay, so let me quickly create some post. I can just um, take some image, um, and I can take some image from some uh, some online dummy page. So I know, like, let me quickly take it placeholder.com if we have something, uh, placeholder.com images. Yeah, so there are some images, placeholder.com sample images. um okay, so I don't know, yeah, so for example, this is something which I can use. So I can copy this or this. If I copy this, what value I'm getting in? I'm getting this, right? So I can just copy this and paste it here. So image would be my this value, and then I can have title. So title would be sample title. Okay, sample post title, and then we have something called content. Content, and in the content I can just write like this is a sample post content to demonstrate skeleton. All right, loader. All right, okay. So that's pretty much all when it comes to the object that I created. Now I will be writing my main stuff which is inside this render part. So what I have to do here, so first I'll write like class name equal to post, sorry, post container, and there this is my post container. And then the first thing which I um, Just render is like div. Okay, so this is my div, and in this div, my first class would be class name equal to post. Okay, and then I write into this uh, post image. So div, and this will be my image. So I'll write img, and source equals to post dot image, and then we can write here alt is equals to sample so that it does not give warnings, and there I can write class name is equal to post image. Okay, so this is all done, and then I need to just copy paste this. uh okay, so I need to copy this and paste it here, and this can be post content, and in this post content I will write two things. So one is h3, let's say, and in this h3 I can just write post dot title, and then I copy this. Okay, so this is all good, and then over here I will write paragraph, which will be post dot content. All right, so this all is there. HTML is ready. I'll apply some CSS also in a moment. Let me check how this looks onto the UI. Okay, so this is not rendered at the moment because I have to inject this post into my app.js. So I'll quickly go to app.js, which is here, and inside this written I remove everything, and then okay, I just remove everything from here, and I just say posts. Okay, and remove logo, and that's it. And now if I see here, so this looks pretty good. Now I need to just put some CSS so that it looks better. So let me create post dot css, and then I'll import this post dot css in here. So post dot css, I'll go here. Sorry, it's post dot css. Okay, so my start had like post container. Okay, in this post container I have width, let's say I can give to 80%, and then margin I can give 20 px auto, and let me check this how it looks. Okay, so I need to use this css over here in my post.js. So I will just import uh, post post.css. Okay, so this should be there, post.css. Let me see if there's no errors. Okay, so now if I reload this, I think there is something wrong because it is not able to render post container, and this is post.css, and I'm not able to find this post.css, post.js, and it's not able to recognize also. Yeah, so what about this? Post.css, and if I save this, I have app, but I do not have this post.css. Okay, post.css. So let me do this, stop this, and run this again. Okay, so this is working. You see, if I did like 20%, so this is working, right? So yeah, so this is applied. Um, okay, now what I need to do more in terms of CSS is like for my post, this is center. Now I have this post which is here, this class name post. I need to apply some CSS with flex. So I'll say display flex so that everything inside this is all arranged in a good way. And then I will say align items to center. And then I say I can use gap of, let's say, 20 px. And then I can use padding in between, let's say 20 px. And then I can use background color, let's say, uh, yeah, anything I can choose, which is, let's say, this color. And then I can say border radius. I would go with 10 px. And then box shadow. Let's say I want to give 0 px, 4 px, 6 px, and then um, RGBA, and I choose here 0 or like 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so save this and see how it goes. Yeah, so this looks good. All right. Then for the image, I need to do something. So let me apply this to post image img, and there I can apply, let's say, width of 150 px and height of 150 px, and I want object fit to cover this whole image, and then border radius, let's say 10 px. All right, so this looks good. um and then yeah, and then I go for post content. I will just say flex 1. So let me check this. So this looks good. And then for header and footer, I just post content h3. I can just say margin 0, and then font size, let's say 1.5 rem, and then I can say color uh, #ff, and then post content p, and this will be like margin top 10 px. And yeah, so this color should be black. Yeah, so this looks good. Pretty much looks good. Now it's the time to have this loader come in play. So you see here this loader, it will automatically run. So I do not have here loader activated at the moment. So now what I will do, I will just copy this whole. What you have to do whenever you have anything, any HTML that needs to be, any React component that needs to have this skeleton, so you just go and copy this whole main parent container, and then what you have to do, you just um, see, this post container is the main one, right? And you need to apply it here. So now over here, when I just inside this, what I will do, I'll just put this expression and I'll say is loading is true. If that is the case, I will have my HTML here, and if not, then I will have my another HTML here, right? So another HTML will be this. So I copy this, move it here, and remove this from here. Yeah, so remove it from here because this is not needed. And then for this particular part, what I need something which is, let's say for now, I just can have a blank div. Okay. Yeah. So I can have, let's say, div, a blank div. Okay. So I just need to format this so that it looks better. So you see here, HTML also looks good, but for the moment now, if you see the is loading is not working as expected, it should have, uh, I would say, it should run this set is loading to false, and it should run this use like true for the default one, but it is not making it true. So yeah, we'll check this why it is not working. Why not working as expected. Okay, so let me quickly check. Yeah, so it is working, but it is taking uh 2 seconds of time, and then it is rendering the result, right? So you see, this is loading is working. Okay, so now using the library which is skeleton. So what is important here? I'll quickly show you what we have in the skeleton library. So in the skeleton library, you have something called this, and then we have something called skeleton theme. So you can use both. I'll explain you skeleton theme and both. So let me copy this and paste it here. Uh, okay. And when it comes to this, I need to import this also from React loading skeleton. Yes. Remember, it is very important to import one of the CSS, which is which uh, React loading skeleton dot dist slash skeleton dot css. So without this, actually the runtime animation CSS will not be loaded. So you need to, wherever you're using skeleton, you need to import this CSS as well, which is available in your node modules. So I'll quickly show you React. Yeah, over here, React loading React loading skeleton, and you dist, and this is the CSS which is very important to load to have your effect. Okay, so I just have this, and now if I see the application and I load this, so you see here this is all coming in, right, with some color. So um, let me quickly change the color to red. Base color is red, and I want this to have white. And then if I just run this, yeah, so there is something wrong. I just need to see. Okay, here it is wrong. All right. So now you see this is a very nice effect. Um, so you see here what I'm doing. I'm creating a skeleton theme, base color red, highlight color white, and then inside this I will copy and post mostly the same structure that we have here inside this. So you see here how usually you do. You copy the structure, paste it here inside this like this, and then wherever you need, whatever you need, you just need to place, because automatically it will pick the CSS. So now we say post image, right? So post image, what we have to say, let's say we have to show some skeleton, and let's say I want to have width which is 150, right? Because we have 150 set for the, and height is 150. So it will automatically adjust this for you, and this is for my image. And now here we need two, right? So this is one and this is two. And for this, let's say 200, and let's say height would be 20, and let's say 300 and height would be 10. Okay. And there also I can apply some margin so that the style, it should come with margin bottom uh, 10. All right. So now let me format this and see how it looks. So now if I load this, so you see this is coming in a very fancy way. Okay. So the image has nice look. This is what we have, the header, and then this is what we have as the footer. I mean, which is coming in uh, down below this. If I just change it to 2 second, it will be better to you to have the real feel. So you see, this is loading and then the context changes. So I think it's very easy library, and you can play around with this library for whatever you want. You have a lot of themes. With this skeleton theme, you can play around with the whole skeleton framework for your div container that you want. Apply CSS whichever you want, height, width, and there are many more properties which you can use out of this. So you need to read the documentation here, but on a very high level, you can make the skeleton circular by setting border radius to 50. Similarly, class name you can add, container class name, test id you can add, base color, highlight color, border radius, duration you can add, like the length of the animation in the seconds, how long the animation should run, enable disable animation you can do. There's so many things that you can do out of the box. So thank you very much guys for watching this. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe my channel because I'll be posting all these things which I have been doing quite a lot in my projects, no matter what, if it is React, AWS, system design, architecture, Java, Python, data structures, and many more. So I keep posting my stuffs to you. Thank you.